So the two of you couldn't look more gorgeous, glamorous, dolled up, and I know that is quite literally the opposite of what Special Forces is. So what was it like not having these beautiful dresses, not having hair and makeup, really stripping down and showing the world a raw form of yourself?
It was very interesting. I'm not really a big, like, I walk around, I don't wear makeup all the time. Like, I like to be fresh faced. And literally in this situation, before you come on, they're like, hey, it's no makeup, it's no hair, it's no this, it's no that. Are you comfortable? And I'm like, sure. This is the one time I get my eyebrows done and all of a sudden I break out and I'm like, okay, we're gonna be on camera with just a whole bunch of, but I mean, you get over that quickly once you feel like you're about to die. You no longer care what you look like. So we're looking forward to seeing how that actually looks.
Ooh. Are we using the word die and death? That's how close it got?
Oh yeah, no. When I explain it to my family, I'm like, yeah, I drowned about 3 times, and but I'm still here, you know.
Right. There's a famous quote that says, in order to get something that you've never had, you got to do something that you've never done.
You are here to prove you have something about you.
Scared, like really scared.
It's about taking that leap of faith.
Bruh. It was rough.
Of course, I follow your podcast. You always look so gorgeous and glamorous. What was it like not having that treatment on this show?
Oh, I mean, I do my own makeup and hair and stuff like that usually, but I'm 40 now, and so it's one of those things where I was like, oh, I didn't have eyelashes. Some of the other girls had eyelashes. You had eyelashes. We all tried to look our best. I had a different hair color, a whole different thing. We pivot, we change, we do things. I had to basically I wasn't there to look good. Let's put it that way.
Right.
I was not there to look good. I was there for something greater than me, I was looking for an experience. I got that experience, and that's kind of where I was
But you know
at.
what's funny is, like, you go into something, like, I think we're just like, we're people. I don't wear makeup every day. I like to be relaxed. I like to wear sweats. But then being there, you realize, oh wait, I'm gonna be sleep deprived. I'm going to be hungry, and I'm gonna be getting yelled at. I'm gonna be wet. So everything that I felt pretty
so
about,
much more, and
just
so
in
much
my
more.
natural beauty, that's going away. It's gonna be stripped. So we're gonna see.
You know what? I think you nailed it on the head. Where it's like, I didn't come here to be the glamorous actress version of myself. I came here to do something else.
Well, and I also think that we wanted to show that other side of ourselves. You know, we've come through Disney over the years, and we have a very curated image. People see us in a very particular way. This is an opportunity for people to see us as women, as mothers, as, you know, empowered women. Yeah, Penny Proud Kim Possible, we're kicking butt.
Crazy.
And
I was going to say, I'd be remiss if I didn't acknowledge I have 2 Disney icons standing with me here today. Does this...
You said it.
I did say it, and I will keep that on the record. 2 Disney icons. Does that make for more sisterhood on this show, or does it make for more competition?
Oh, no,
God, no.
never.
Not with this one. Are you kidding me?
Complete sisterhood.
Yeah.
I feel like that with
I'm
all of
sorry.
us.
I'm going to say this right now. It could have been someone else or anybody else.
I mean,
Not
yeah.
anybody else, but it could have been certain
could have
people
been, yeah.
in any of that world of, you know, whatever. And then I might have been a little worried. I would have tried my best. But when I saw her in the beginning, and I had no idea it was going to be her.
We didn't know.
I
We didn't
cannot
know
even
who
tell
else
you
was
how
gonna be on the cast.
grateful I was that it was Kyla Pratt. I was like, okay, God, you love me.
No.
It's this one.
Because
So.
you know I got her.
and ditto.
Were you really leaning on one another during these difficult circumstances?
A lot. I feel like we leaned a lot. I
kissed you a
I
lot.
think we leaned.
What do you mean?
Like, she was just we were very emotional, and you bond, like, even with this group of people. Like, there's certain people here that I don't know if I would have ever met Alana, who's a pro surfer. You know what I mean? But getting to know her and being around her, and then also all of us experiencing this together. Once you're in a trauma situation, like, you're gonna
Is that what
bond.
trauma bond?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
So you connect with people who you might have not even talked to, you know, otherwise. But then having this one here, knowing someone, having some type of comfortable familiarity, and then knowing, like, the type of people that we are outside of situations like this, it's like, okay, I know I got somebody. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Have you been friends since the 90s? Or did you really kind of reconnect doing this show?
We reconnected. We've kind of we've seen each other throughout the years.
Yeah, she was on my YouTube channel briefly, but it was COVID, so we were not in the same space.
Yeah.
And so we kind of reconnected then, but just enough for me to be like, oh my gosh, that's Kyla. I'm seeing her. This is going to be great. So it was like, we reconnected.
It was a breath of fresh air.
This was not on my bingo card. I could never have thought this would have happened.
Going in, they don't tell you who else is going to be on the show. Like you have no idea. We don't find out until the first day. We were even picked up separately.
Wow.
Like
and
from
you show up and it's like, you're here.
Yeah.
I have to know, how did Cadet Kelly prepare you for Special Forces?
Ribbon twirling 101.
Came in real handy when you were like trying not to drown, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Ribbon twirling 101. Yep.
Amazing. I know you have a family back at home in Texas.
I do.
What was it like leaving them to go do this? What did they make of this?
We missed Mother's Day to be there, and I think we both kind of had a calling to be there. And for me, my husband's a Marine veteran. He was helping me train weeks and weeks before, but this was something that I felt like it would bring us closer together, as well as sort of kind of being Kim Possible IRL, and like doing something very cool for my daughters to look up to. I'm very grateful for the experience and all that transpired.
Yeah,
you will see.
It was super difficult. My kids are a little bit older, so my kids have phones, and they're like, wait, what do you mean? Like, if I leave for work at any time, it's like, oh, you can call me at any time. You can, whenever you hit me, I'm going to answer the phone. But this time it was like, Mommy's not going to have her phone for a long time. So, and they're like, what do you mean? I was like, well, you can text me, but I won't see it. What? Like, it was just an understand, like trying to explain it. But I'm also that mom where I'm like, I gotta prepare you for this life. I want you to want me, not need me as you get older. So mommy's not gonna be there all the time, and these are the tools. And we have wonderful partners, so it's not, and a great support system in our home. So it's kind of like, hey, you don't have to control everything. Like, he's got this. Like, you're good. Like, he's good.
Yeah. It's also an opportunity for our partners to step in as well. So yeah.
I think a lot of celebrities sign up for Special Forces because it's so healing. There's trauma in your life. There are things that have happened to all of us that I assume you go on this show to strengthen that physical, strengthen that mental. What was it that you most wanted to heal from in doing this show?
Public opinion. I think that, growing up as a child actor, people have a very specific viewpoint on who they think you are. And I think doing this show kind of unmasked that I am a three-dimensional person, and I feel pain, and I've lived a full life outside of whatever people's Google search is. So I'm very grateful that this is going to showcase, me and people that I care very much about in a different light.
I think for me, I was just a fan. And I was excited. Like, I was like, ooh, I want to do crazy stuff, and I want to jump out of things. And
you're built different.
I was like, yeah. And I was like, and I like to be challenged. And I mean, them yelling at me, that's going to be probably the hardest thing, because I don't, like, in your regular life, anybody, that was really hard for me. No, it was hard, but it was also, you gain such a respect for these men that it's kind of like you don't want to disappoint them. Yeah. So the yelling turns into something else. And it opened up a bunch of different things that, you might have thought you were healed from. And, but to be in a situation like this and to be so vulnerable and in a situation where you're no longer in control. I love, what Christy said as well, like the public opinion. And I really tell people, because all the time, like, I'll let you know I don't give a damn about certain stuff. But I also sit back and I know this image was made of me as a young girl, that I was like, what? I was just taught to respect my elders and move a certain way and do things a certain way. And I tell my family, I'm like, well, the world is about to meet the real Kyla, because she's acting up on Special Forces, and yeah.
You were a lady through and through, I can assure you that.
Oh yeah.
And I can assure you as a Disney kid that Penny Proud and Ren Stevens and Kim Possible are very proud of what you've done.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Congratulations.
much.